The Todd Shapiro Show. Canada Laughs, SiriusXM 168.
And now it's time for a cannabis catch-up brought to you by Boveda Inc.
Okay, we're here with Dave Burke. We haven't even talked to you yet,
Howdy,
Dave.
I know. I feel so neglected over here.
Well, now you know what Bilal's entire life feels like. No, everyone loves Bilal. And everyone loves this dude, too. I saw it firsthand, man. This guy is very social, outgoing, smart, intelligent, and really cool cat. And it was nice to bump into him, even though I quickly drank a bunch of tequila and maybe took a puff or two of a joint, so I barely remember it. But, hey, welcome to the program, Lance Lambert from Boveda Cannabis. How you doing, Lance?
Hey, good, man. Just down in Mexico right now. How are you doing?
Whoa, you off for the week? Are you recovering from the hard-working weekend that was in Las Vegas for MJ BizCon?
I am. After a week in Vegas, I actually decided to take a little holiday down in Mexico. You know, I've been on the traveling spree for the last several weeks. I think we've done 6 shows in total over the last 4 weeks, so it's been crazy.
Wow, dude. Where in Mexico are you?
Actually in Cabo right now.
Oh, good for you. Who are you down there with?
Yeah. I'm actually down with family, hanging out for the week. So it's an annual trip you usually do. It's the only way for me to actually get away and unplug, but definitely enjoying it. Nice weather. It's in the about 18, 19 feet, so not too bad at all.
I don't want to go down. Hey, David?
Yeah, it's sounding nice right now.
I know.
Looking out at this kind of overcast.
Yeah. I
November.
don't even want to talk to Lance. I just want to book a flight and go down. I just want to go book a flight right now and go down, Lance. I want to go.
Come on down, man.
Are you surfing at all down there? Can you surf down there at all?
No, yeah, you can. I'm actually doing the whole cruise ship thing, so I'm not surfing on this trip. I wish I was, though. The breaks are looking pretty good, about 3 to 4 foot swells. Not bad.
Hey, have you done?
Just lay low.
I've never done a cruise ship. Dave, have you ever done a cruise ship? Dave
No.
Burke's here, by the way, comedian.
Never have.
Lance,
No.
Lance, is this your first cruise ship, or are you a cruise ship guy?
I'm a cruise ship guy. I've done several. It's the easiest way to disconnect. So, like I said, I'll do it once a year and just relax with the fam and lay low. Let someone else do the cooking and someone else do the driving. So, yeah.
Can you smoke weed on a cruise ship? Can you smuggle some weed on there? How does that work out?
Yeah, how does that work out, dude?
The fifth on that.
Yeah, I'll plead the fifth.
Well, you don't take sand to the beach, so it's kind of easy to come by in Mexico. But it's interesting. They check for fruit and all these other things, but that's one thing they don't really check for is for cannabis. It's kind of funny, but so it's usually not much of a problem. Of course, they're usually family oriented, so you don't see it or smell it. But then again, you've got extracts and concentrates and all this stuff. So it's kind of hard to not have it happen on the ship. But again,
I'm a cruise ship guy.
I'm a cruise ship guy now.
Yeah,
Let's go.
we're
If they're checking for fruit and not weed, then I'm on board. Let's go.
I know, it's amazing. Eh? How dare you bring this apple? Get out of here.
Sir, this is a prohibited mango.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, let's get a little wrap-up of what you felt about the world's largest cannabis expo, in which Boveda was a big part of, the MJ BizCon. And, I was there, but I was sort of doing separate deals, which included Jägermeister shots. But really I really enjoyed Vegas for many reasons. One, I got to stay at a buddy's wicked house, and I had a bunch of friends and clients such as yourself and friends such as yourself. And I thought I sort of did my rounds, caught up with everybody. But what were you were heavily ingrained in it. What were your takes on it?
Oh my gosh. It's gotten bigger and bigger every year, Todd. It started out when I first started going, it's like 7,000 people, then jumped to 13 to 18 this year. They came in at a record 30,000 attendees. So it's the largest show in the world of its kind as far as B2B. We had 1,000 businesses exhibiting, and then obviously that many attendees to keep them busy. But it's just crazy. And there's so many aspects of the industry above and beyond the plant, right? There's the ancillary, what we have to offer, but so many other people have to offer, everywhere from growing it to distributing it to retailing it. So
I'm
not sure if your phone's cutting out or you just stopped talking. You there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I'm here.
So Lance, what was new? What did you feel like was new and innovative within the space that you noticed at the conference?
I'd say, as far as, new and innovative, probably just the streamlining of the process. So that's a little bit more along the lines of digital. So from a tech perspective, more and more businesses are coming on the scene offering what they call SaaS, software as a service, to make it all inclusive. So everything from tracking the flower when it's produced and distributed to actually handling the plant all the way up till retail when the consumer purchases it. So I'd say that's the biggest advancement is the technology more so than anything else.
I heard from people there, there are a lot of little things that at this conference you wouldn't necessarily expect when you think of like marijuana. Like one of them being 1 million different people selling lights.
Yes.
Like
you
things
see a lot
like
of
that.
Lights, you see a lot of grow stones.
Yeah. Because we forget that people are still now. Were there was this for homegrown kits or was this for big operations that are building these massive, 500,000 square foot facilities? Like, was there all of that stuff to help increase in productivity, but B, obviously saving your costs in doing so?
Yeah, it's a lot of it is at this show. Thought it was a lot more centric to the commercial and industrial side of things, but a lot of this stuff is applicable both on the consumer and on the business side. So that's one thing that you're seeing more of is people purchasing these products and starting at a smaller, more boutique, and then all of a sudden going up to a grand scale. So yeah, it's grown quite a bit.
What about was anyone there? We have this idea, Lance Lambert, on the program called Butt Buds, suppositories of marijuana pills. Okay. Butt Buds. I own the website, buttbuds.com. No, I do. Anyone doing that yet? Because I feel like, cool. What's that?
Yeah, that's something that actually was it. Gosh, I'm trying to think. There's a celebrity that actually did that. It was,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Tommy Chong.
Sounds like something you read in Goop.
Does Tommy Chong does he have a product, or he just did that for fun?
No, he just did it. He had prostate cancer, so that was his way of combating prostate cancer was with suppositories. Dude,
that's my whole thing, man. I want it. That's part of the reason for health. It's Movember, so I'm doing butt buds. What do you think? You want to get in on the business idea with me?
I'm down with it. I mean, it goes along in sync with Movember and some of the other men's cancers that we're trying to combat against. And being a cancer survivor myself, Todd, I'm totally for it.
That would make a prostate exam a lot more appealing to me. I'll tell you, if the doctor promised at the end, look, at first my finger, but then you're going to get a nice butt bud in the end. I'd be like, okay, let's go ahead. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm on board.
It's like a little, you're right, incentive. Yeah. It's like a treat.
It's like getting a sucker at the end of it.
Lance, during the conference, were there any talks or, any rumblings at all about when will America either A, sort of delist it for all the states, so, it's up to them to decide, or even, just federally finally just legalize it like Canada does? Any buzz around that at all?
Yeah, there definitely was. Todd, I'm on a board called ATACH, which is the American Trade Association for Cannabis and Hemp. And we met with several state regulators, and everyone's prepping for it. The FDA is keeping a close eye and is very aware of what's going on in the industry, as is the U.S. government in a whole, along with some of the other government sectors. But they have a feeling it's going to happen sooner than later. And the big thing is, Canada being a Commonwealth, that really opens the door for other Commonwealth or former British Empire countries. So we're talking Australia as well as several countries in Europe. And then you have specifically Quebec, which Quebec, and its history and tie back to France. Again, that's opening a door of opportunity for all of a sudden France to look at things different and maybe move forward as well. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure around the world, and the U.S. is going to find itself even further behind than it already is. So I think it's something that could happen as soon as the next few years. It just depends on who pushes it and from what level.
Well, that's, I sort of asked you this on the weekly basis, but interesting to come out of the conference and understand it that way, that the last thing they want to do from a business perspective is be behind that 8 ball. And if other countries now, because of Canada's president are going to start saying, all right, you know what, we're ready to do this too. That's the last thing, especially in a very capitalistic type of society that the States is. It shocks me they've waited this long.
Oh, 100%. I call it extreme capitalism because you guys know how we handle some things in the U.S. and energy goes where the money flows. And again, we talked about this before, but it's definitely a fair term to use, but it's a nonpartisan topic now in the U.S. You know, you have the Dems, the Democrats are very much behind it. The liberals, the libs have always been behind it. Now the Republicans, because they see the revenue potential, and especially when things like, you know, the black gold rush, you know, crude oil is dropping every day. I mean, there's investments that are kind of dropping off that they're trying to find a place to invest their money. So, I mean, I wish everyone was in it for more so the freedom of the plant to further study it. But whatever it takes to get it legalized, we're kind of at that point because we are just so far behind.
Well, listen, man, Lance Lambert from BovedaInc.com, at Boveda Cannabis, 2-way humidity control packs, keeping your medical flower fresh. It was so great to catch up with you and to see you briefly, and thanks for sneaking me in a couple of parties over there. I know we're both super busy while we're down there, but you're going to be up in Toronto soon, and when you do, you're going to get in studio. Either way, we'll still speak to you every Monday, and we are really happy for you that you have some time to compartmentalize and chill out. And the last thing I'm going to say, I'll end it on this. Maybe by the end of your vacation, we'll see that press conference with like Trump and Snoop Dogg, and he's just smoking a massive joint. He's like, okay, I'm ready to do this. like if he's going to do it, that's how he's going to do it. You know, like Trump will go big with it. He's done everything else that shocked people. He'll chill out. He'll be all chilled out. He'll be like, you know what? I do a terrible Trump, by the way. He'll be like, you know what? I've rethought this wall thing. We don't need a wall. Like he's just nice and chilling. We don't need a wall. We're gonna do a smaller wall, and we're gonna put chocolate ice cream on top. Smaller wall. But anyway,
it's huge. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We got a huge joint. Dude, that'd be the best.
Dude, that's epic.
Hey, Lance, you're an awesome dude, man, and please enjoy your vacation.
Hey, ditto. Thanks, buddy. And I look forward to seeing you guys live in the studio next week.
Oh, wait, it's already. I didn't realize it's already next week. Yep. Locked in, baby. Okay, let's have some fun. Yeah. I'll try and get some Leaf or Raptor tickets if there are any games or something. We'll see what we can do.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. Thanks, man. We'll catch up with you guys soon.
See you, man. All right.
Bye.
That's cool, Dave?
Hey.
He's a nice guy. He knows the stuff.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
You are the greatest hero in American history.
SiriusXM Canada Laughs
Channel 168.